What's going on, Orlando Magic fans? Welcome back to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Thrivent. Magic win. Oh, thank goodness the Magic win. Magic snap a 4-game skid. This time they beat the Charlotte Hornets on the second night of a back-to-back, by the way. Pretty good stuff here. 123-107 in Charlotte, the night after you got absolutely destroyed in Detroit. Wow. I can feel across Orlando Magic Maniac Nation just a sigh of relief. We're not out of the woods. There are still some things that could be better, but you have to start somewhere. On the road to recovery from whatever in the world this first week of Magic basketball was, you have to start somewhere. And give the Magic credit tonight. We started somewhere. You got to win. You held the Charlotte Hornets to 107 points. So there's the defense you've been looking for. Offense was there in large stretches of the night. And so here we are. Magic win. Whew. What a relief. Welcome to the Six-Man Show Postgame Live, presented by Thrivent. My name is Kevin. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. If this is your first time with us, this is our live postgame show after each and every Orlando Magic game right here on YouTube. And the show is all about you. It's about you getting involved with us reading your comments, your thoughts, your reactions, your excitement, your scaredness, I don't know, from the chats, but especially the super chats. And so if you want to get involved in the show, super chat's the best way. Next best way is the chat, and we'll try to get through as many of your messages as we possibly can. This show is brought to you by Thrivent, specifically Marc.Abraham, who is a financial advisor with Thrivent. He's also a die-hard Orlando Magic fan and season ticket holder. You can see Marc's information there on the screen or in the description below. If you are looking for advice, wise counsel on how to be wise with your money, it's one of the most important things you can do in your life is how to be wise with your money, wise with the things that you have in your possession. I can't recommend Marc enough. If you're looking to get out of debt, if you're looking to figure out how to invest, if you're just starting, if let's say you're a high schooler or a college age kid and you're just trying to figure out how do I set myself up for success over the course of my life, a financial advisor is a great way to do it. Reach out to Marc. You can call him at 407-366-4364. Or again, you can find his email address or his website landing page in the description below. And if nothing else, give him a call and talk Orlando Magic basketball, because I know he is a Magic maniac just like you and me. And so big shout out to Marc for sponsoring the show. I promise you will not be disappointed if you give him a call. And the discovery session is free. So give him a call, let him know what's up, and see if he can help you in your situation. Appreciate Marc and Thrivent. All right, I do want to show you really fast another thing we've rolled out for this season before we go to the chat. Our memberships, and I haven't done this yet. I want to show you, which, by the way, you can say hi to yourself if you're over here in the chat down here, right here. Anyway, if you go to this join button right here, $5 a month gets you some cool little perks. You know, these little badges next to your name. If you've been a member for a month, you get this white one. I think it's 2 months or 3 months. You get this one. On and on and on. If you've been a member for a year, you get a gold star next to your name, which is pretty sick. And you also get some custom emojis. And I found out the more people that become members, the more emojis we can add. So if we get, I think if we get one more member, I can add like a 5th or 6th emoji or something like that. I don't know. We're still figuring out the YouTube thing. But if you want access to some cool emojis and, of course, the star next to your name, memberships are the way to go. Shout out to all of our YouTube channel members. All right, let's start the night with the super chats as we always do. We've got several already here tonight. Big shout out to everybody who's not just super chatting, but tuning in. We've got 200 people with us already on a Thursday night before Halloween, spooky season. Thanks for being here with us. We'll kick it off with Luis Rosario, who says, it's been too long waiting. Play the song. Yes. What a relief it is to hear those 3 beautiful Magic words. You just never know. You know, when you play a song, you just never know the next time you're going to play the song. And I certainly didn't think it was going to be 8 days between songs. But regardless, thank you, Luz, for the super chat. And, of course, thank you for those 3 beautiful words. Play the song. Let's do it. If you know, you know. Here's the oven mitt from this morning's episode of the Six-Man Show. Oh, that's funny. Thanks for that super chat. We got several more flying in here. You guys going crazy. Magic Wired says, this is the spark. Magic we know, or the Magic we know are back. I hope you are right. I really, really hope you are right. It could be, like we said, all it takes is one night. And tonight wasn't perfect. But all it takes is one night. One night could be the spark. And let it be tonight, please. Ty Mr. TV says, welcome back, Magic Basketball. We missed you. Yes, this was much more in line with the Magic Basketball that we've come to know and love over the past several seasons. Starting with the defense. We saw a lot of really good defense tonight. I mean, I can imagine here in a little bit when I go through the chat, the comments about Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac defensively tonight was outrageous. He was crazy. Limited minutes, which I think is also a worthy talking point, but he was insane. Anthony Black had his moments. Tristan Da Silva had his moments. Franz had his moments. Wendell had some moments on defense as well, and so this looked much more in line with the defense that we've come to know and love. Ty with another super chat says, P5 flirted with a triple-double all fourth quarter, and AB did wonders on LaMelo, and J.I. is back. And goodness, Ty has finally hit a three. Wow. Yep, Ty has three-pointers on back-to-back games. He hit a three last night, hit one tonight. I'll give him a tiny bit of credit for that, but thank you for those super chats, Ty. I really appreciate it. Sam, Postgame Live. Friend says, needed this dub for my mental health. PTS, baby. Play the song. Let's go. Let's go, Sam. Appreciate you. Spirit Wolf says, oh, yes, it's a new day. Yes, it is. I hope so. I hope so. And we talked about it on today's episode. If the Magic were ever going to have an opportunity, or I should say take advantage of an opportunity to get back on track, it's these three games. Starting today against Charlotte, Saturday against Washington, Tuesday against what likely will be a Trae Young-less Atlanta. This is an opportunity to get some mojo. And hey, one game down in that stretch, and you took advantage tonight. Ephraim with the super chat. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. We appreciate all the super chats. They really, really help the show out a lot. Louis Rosario with another one says, Mosley with the challenge breaks up his limited edition collection of challenges he has at home in his trophy cabinet. Let's go, Magic. To be fair, I thought it was a good challenge. I can't believe it wasn't overturned. I think it's ridiculous. I cannot believe they called an offensive foul. Crazy. And then Spirit Wolf says, I will say Mosley made pretty good calls tonight. Thank you so much for that super chat. I know you had a couple here tonight so far, Spirit Wolf. Thank you so much for those. I mean, by and large, I think Mosley had good rotations. There were some in the first half that I think had a lot of people scratching their heads. I mean, I think still the Noah Penda thing is interesting. I don't think he was bad tonight, but there's a lot of question marks there, and it's less about Noah Penda and more about the alternatives to Noah Penda, right? Like if Noah Penda is coming in so early off the bench, is it because Mosley knows that Jonathan Isaac can't play a lot of minutes right now? Is that why? Because we saw that tonight. Jonathan Isaac had that amazing stretch there, and then he's the one calling for, I don't know if you noticed that he's the one calling for the substitution because he was so gassed. I don't know. So I mostly agree with you, though. But there are still some things that are like, what is going on? What is going on? Wow, thank you guys so much for that super chats. If you put in a super chat during the show, we'll read it. And so if you want your comment guaranteed to be read on the show, super chats are the way to go. But for now, let's go check out some of the chat here. I'll hit as many of these as possible. But again, there's so many of you here tonight. 220 of you with us at 9:36 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate that. If you're watching this live or watching it later, please hit that like button. It helps the show a lot. It helps other Magic maniacs like yourself find this awesome community that you guys are. All right. Well, right before I was about to go to the chat, we did get another super chat here from Stephen Long. Says, AB, Dell, Tristan combined for 57 points. You love to see that. Love to see that. Thank you, Stephen, for that. And he also says, play the song, hit the like button. Yeah, thank you for that reminder. Please hit the like button while you're here. Let's see what we got here. All right, Ross Holder says, much more positive. I like J.I.'s minutes, and AB was all over the court being a problem. Shout out to Wendell, too. Go Magic. Yeah, J.I., we talked about him, outrageous. Anthony Black, you got to give him credit. 20 points on the night. He gets the start. Goes 3 of 6 from 3. The Hornets left him open. They were daring him to make it, and he did. Shot 50% from 3 tonight. So shout out AB. I just saw another super chat fly in here. It's from Califam. Says, knock, knock. Who's there? Papa John's 50% off. Love that. Yeah, if you're in Central Florida tomorrow, you can get 50% off your online order at Papa John's using code MAGICWIN. And no, they don't pay me to say that. But hey, look, Papa John's, it's a tale as old as time in Central Florida at this point. Magic Win, you get half off your pizzas. Love it. Thanks for that super chat. Let's see. Christian, one of our channel members, says, true, I love that Bane can get to the bucket, but his threes are concerning. I think this is a very, very fair point here. I agree. I love that Desmond Bane is not one-dimensional, because the last two guys we've had in his role were outrageously one-dimensional. KCP, Gary Harris. I love that he's not one-dimensional. He can get to the rim, like you're saying. He can handle the basketball. But the one dimension we really need from Desmond, he's not doing right now. He's not doing. 0 of 2 from 3 tonight. He's just shooting abysmally from 3, and I just didn't think it was possible for this to happen again, but it's happening again. And so hopefully he can turn that around. But so far, not so good in that department. Rip. Nicholas says, we're back. Championship, here we come. I hope so. One game at a time, but I hope so. I really hope so. And again, they've got a runway now. Tonight, Charlotte. Saturday, Washington. Tuesday, Atlanta. That's a runway to get a nice running start before next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend, where you have the double against Boston. It's a Friday, Sunday, Boston home series, basically. That's a big one. Big one. Very generous super chat just came in from Lee Sanders. Says, I'm an AB stan. If you're not there yet, figure yourself out. Appreciate that. Also appreciate that you are a channel member as well. And yeah, look, a great night tonight for the AB stands, which I consider myself an AB stan. I know he hasn't had necessarily the best start to the season, but tonight, wow, did he earn himself not just some love, but some attention from, I think, the coaching staff, because he played quite well. Let me put it this way. AB starting tonight, miles better than I think it's been 2 games that Tyus has started in place of Jalen, if my memory serves me correctly, or maybe it's just been 1. Certainly going into the preseason where he started all 4 games, Tyus did. But Anthony Blackwood, starting unit tonight, miles better than all the times we saw Tyus start instead. Thank you for that really generous super chat. Really appreciate it. All right, back to the chat we go. Got to go back, way back. Here we go. OAV says, Mosley had those boys shook after that loss last night. Yeah, Mosley was pretty animated in the post-game press conference, which you appreciate it. I wouldn't say it was like no holds barred, but like, yeah, he kind of was a little bit aggressive, talking about guys not defending, and I'm sure that was only a fraction of what was said in the locker room, and so I think you're right. Jay Curve says, oh, yes, I think I remember the song now. Yeah, isn't that wild? 8 days. 8 days since the song. Kyle says, Victory Chinchilla. I'm so sorry. I do not own a Victory Chinchilla. Sam has the Chinchilla Rocket. And I know you were probably expecting Sam tonight, but no, Sam, it's me tonight. I don't have a Chinchilla. I don't have anything that would be like a really fun or cute Victory mascot around here. I mean, I've got stuff. Well, he's over here. Stuff, on the shelf behind me. Maybe he's the Victory mascot. So sorry to let you down. But yeah, no chinchillas here. Kevin, shout out to another Kevin, says the defense was key today. Absolutely. Again, you hold the Hornets to 107 points. I think Dante said it at the end of the broadcast. They've been averaging 121 on the season. And so, yeah, to hold them to 107, you hold LaMelo ball. What did LaMelo have tonight? 8 of 19 from the field, 17 points, 1 of 9 from 3. Did have 13 assists, but that's just going to happen. Be holding to 8 of 19 from the field. Can't ask for a whole lot more than that, and you hold the team to 107. So a couple things weren't perfect. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I feel like you gave away a bunch of offensive rebounds between Diabate and what's his name, Kalkbrenner. Yeah, 7 of them. To those guys, that's not great. We'll have to look at the second chance points here in just a second when we go over the box score. But you had a couple guys that were left open for 3 tonight. Miles Bridges went 4 of 6. Colin Sexton went 3 of 4. But outside of those things, this was quite good defensively. It's hard to ask for much more. Let's see. LGDP says this is Magic basketball. Absolutely love to see that. Boss Sanchez says Tyus Jones bad on defense too. He really is. I know we were warned about it. And it's just one of those like give and take. You're supposed to get 3-point shooting and get smart basketball and get assist to turnover ratio and all those kinds of things, but you're getting rid of defense. I heard it, but now I see it. It's really wild. A lot of guys going right past him. But for the most part tonight, guys were there to back him up. Make life difficult for the Hornets. I think I just saw a super chat fly in here from Cyan Soul. Says Magic are 2-0 when they win the turnover margin. That's a nice stat. Is this anything? Yes, it is. Definitely is something. That's a good catch there. Be smart with the basketball. You win basketball games. Let's see tonight. Still. Let's see. Oh, that's Charlotte. Okay, the Magic had 13 turnovers. There we go. That's great. 13 turnovers for this team. That's great. I mean, for most teams in the NBA, 13 is pretty good. So shout out the Magic. That's a really good point. Our dear friend Christian says, the Magic have finally entered the chat. Let's go. Says, this is what happens when we come to play. Absolutely. Love to see it. Let's see. Ronald says, I feel unburdened and not victorious. I think that is a perfect way to summarize tonight and summarize the feelings that I'm feeling. Thank you, Ronald, for putting words to my emotions. Unburdened, not victorious. That is poetic. That is deep. And I appreciate that. I think that's exactly right. Because, again, just 8 days ago, this is the type of game where we look at it, even though it's on the second night of a back-to-back. 8 days ago, we look at this and we go, Magic better win this game by double digits. Like, you better do that. But because of how this last week has gone, we came into it like, oh man, we better win this game at all. Like, yeah. And so that burden has been lifted, but I'm not sitting here overly celebrating a 16-point win over the Charlotte Hornets. I think that's a great way to put it. Great way to put it. We just got another super chat. This one from Nick Monk says Magic are 2-0 when they outscore opponents. Now that is interesting. Is that right? Let me double check. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. That's funny. Thanks for that super chat. You guys are too funny. I can tell that the mood has been relaxed because of this win. Over 225 of you with us live on YouTube and many more over on X. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Many numbers. Jordan says, I talked back to AB last night in the postgame live, and I think it worked. Played way better. Oh, my gosh. That's funny. Yeah, AB wasn't great last night, and he turns right around and plays well tonight. It's what we talked about on the podcast this morning. Like, it's one of the beauties and the terrors of the NBA. If you're in a free fall, one of the beauties is there's another game every 24 to 48 hours, right? That's one of the beauties of it. But also, one of the scary thing is if you're in a free fall, that's a scary thing. Like, if you're in a free fall and you can't figure it out, you got another game tomorrow night, yikes. But if you're in a free fall and you find a way to figure it out, the good news is you can bounce back in 24 to 48 hours, and the Magic did that tonight, for the most part. Oh, and the Lightning won. Let's go. In overtime. Oh, just W's all the way around tonight. Let's go. Oh, let's see what else we got here. We'll hit a few more of these, and then we'll go to the box score for sure. American Brute says, a win is a win, but definitely loved the defense tonight. Paolo, get back in the gym and work on those free throws. Bro, Paolo free throws, man. Good grief, brother. Come on, dude. 2 of 6 tonight. That has been very tough for Paolo this year so far. Hate to see. I mean, he's had some. I mean, what did he miss? 7, I think, last night? Because I know Franz and Paolo combined for 11 last night. I think it was Paolo missed 7 and Franz missed 4, if I'm remembering correctly. And then he turns around and shoots 33% tonight. Yikes. Not great. Not great. Robert says you can show us the merch you got now. That's funny. I still have it actually right in front of me. I will do that. I will show you the merch, and then we'll look at the box score. I will do that just because we have the Magic Maniacs here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Magic last month on the Magic app did like a fire sale of, I assume, just a bunch of crap that they had in inventory that had the old logo on it. And so they were, I mean, stuff were so cheap. Like these oven mitts, I think were like $3, $5, something like that. And so I was like, let me just buy a bunch of stuff because I got it all for like $100. This stuff and a little bit more. So yeah, I ordered a pair of oven mitts. Tragically, they only sent me one. And I'm really kind of upset about that. So if anyone from the Magic is watching, you can hook me up with the matching pair to go with this one. I would love that because I really wanted 2 matching Magic oven mitts. So I got the oven mitts. I showed off the pins earlier because they're a little easier to show off. I got the Paolo Rookie of the Year one, which I really like. And I'm going to leave in this accidentally, I guess, folded little plastic envelope, cellophane envelope. I got the 35th anniversary pin, which I'm really happy about because obviously that was such a fun season, such a special season. I got, as I showed off earlier, I'm not going to unveil it. You can go watch the podcast from today. I got the Vooch outdoor banner, that goes kind of on the light poles or whatever. So I got that. I got this one, which again, all this stuff is a little bit wrinkled, which I'm a little bit disappointed in, but I got the happy birthday stuff little poster thing from, again, the 35th season, which was really fun against Brooklyn. So I'm going to find somewhere behind. Actually, it's probably going to go on this wall over here that you guys can't really see. It's probably going to go right here over there. But yeah, I love that one. I'm a big stuff guy, in case you didn't know. I know we all love stuff, but like I really love stuff. Speaking of stuff, last one, and then we'll go to the box score, I promise. I actually haven't opened this yet, so this is fun. I got another stuff poster. This one's a little more of like an artistic interpretation of it. It's kind of sick. This one also did not do well in transit, but whatever. It was $10. Upside down. Here we go. This really epic stuff poster here versus Memphis, February of 2022, which I think is just sick. Maybe that's the one that's going to go over in that wall. I don't know. Whatever. It was all really, really cheap. $100, including shipping for a ton of stuff. I think I got 2 other things. But anyway, that's a total aside that I didn't expect to go on. But there you go. Since you asked, Robert, there you go. That's it. All right. Now that I've ran my mouth so long, let's go to the box score and see what we're working with tonight. Franz with 21, 5 and 3 on 8 of 16 from the field and 3 of 6 from 3. Franz Wagner is knocking down threes at a terrifying rate, honestly. I don't know what the numbers are on the season. Maybe we can check that in a second. But he's shooting the basketball outrageously well from 3, and it looks good too. Let me see if this stuff's updated, including tonight. This has tonight in it. Is it going to include it in his 5 games? No. So this does not include tonight. But going into tonight, he was shooting 42% from 3, and he shot 50% tonight. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think we just got a super chat. Maybe 2. We did. Oh, we got 3. Oh, my goodness. Did you mean to do 3? I'm so sorry. Lee Sanders says, why would anyone need matching oven mitts? And Lee Sanders says, why did I pay money to ask about oven mitts? And then he says, why did I pay money to ask about oven mitts? Oh, you're making jokes. You're funny. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Not 1, not 2, but 3 super chats all about these amazing oven mitts. And so thank you. Why would anyone need matching oven mitts? I mean, if you got something really hot and it's heavy, you need 2 hands. I'd love to have the magic on each side. I don't know. It's just me. That's really funny, though. Thank you for those super chats. Really appreciate it. All right, back to the box score. Paolo, near triple-doubles, so close, 29 and 9. 2 steals. And then for me, I mean, obviously the Paolo shooting numbers are very efficient tonight. 8 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, except for the free throw line. But you guys know that one of the most important things I look at is the combined turnovers between Paolo and Franz. And tonight they had 3 combined turnovers. That's it. You love to see that. That is, to me, one of the biggest signs of the Magic playing well and the Magic having a chance to win is when Paolo and Franz don't turn the basketball over. Shout out Paolo. Franz. Lee Sanders with another super chat says, crap, I sent that twice. Weird night. It's okay. I appreciate it. Another generous super chat from you. Thank you so much. All right, Wendell. Wendell ended up with 18. Dang, I didn't know he had that many. 18 and 8 with a block. 6 of 9 from the field and 3 of 5 from 3. Love to see that. Desmond Bane, quiet, just 9 points for him tonight. Again, we talked about it. Did not hit a 3, which is not great, but he did do a couple things well offensively outside of that. I think, he had 7 assists tonight, so that's good. But again, we just need him to be hitting threes. We need him to be taking and making threes, and we just haven't seen that thus far this season. Obviously, AB is a big talking point tonight. Gets the start with Jalen Suggs resting on the second night of a back-to-back with 20 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, shot the ball really well. Great night for Anthony Black and played some really, really good defense. Goga, interesting night. Hit a 3 tonight, which is fun. Let's see it. That one foul, I remember that one. It was the and one, a really weak and one that I wish Goga hadn't done that on. I forget which Charlotte big man it was. But fine night for Goga. Noah plays 17 minutes. Second night of a back-to-back. I know Jamal Mosley's like searching and trying to find different ways to keep guys fresh and not gassed, but also give his team a chance. And so I thought Noah was okay. I don't think he was bad necessarily, but it just stinks that we're in a spot where we have to bring him on, for important moments of games. And I don't mean that to bash him. I just think I wish we had a better option with the current situation of things. Tyus, 5 points tonight, was a plus 10 in 14 minutes. Got beat a few times defensively, which is, par for the course, but he does go 2 of 4 from the field. Did knock down a 3, but 1 of 3 tonight. Tristan, another great game for Tristan. I said it on today's show. I think Tristan has been the most consistent player this season outside of Paolo and Franz. And in fact, I would argue he's been the third best player, in large part due to that consistency. But I think Tristan has been terrific, and he was terrific again tonight with 19 points, 5 of 11 from the field, and 3 of 7 from downtown. And hit all 6 of his free throws. Tristan getting the line 6 times is amazing. Shout out Tristan. Jonathan Isaac just scores the 2 points tonight, but if you watch this game, it's less about the box score. Although he did have 3 blocks in 15 minutes. Less about the box score. I mean, obviously, you want him to knock down a 3 or 2. He goes 0 of 4 from 3. But his impact on the defensive end is not going to show up here. He was outrageous. And then Jace, Jet, and Orlando all come in the final 154. Officially garbage time, which you love to see. Magic shoot 51% from the field, 42% from 3, 74% from the line, which isn't great, but considering we've had some 60%ers over the last week, it's better than that. And what's interesting is it really comes down to Powell. The Magic only missed 6 free throws, but Powell missed 4 of them. If Powell was able to knock down a couple more, 2 or 3 more, the Magic are in really good position at the line. Magic 46 boards, 29 assists, and again, only 13 turnovers, and they only fouled 19 times tonight, which is a good improvement. We looked at a little bit of Charlotte already tonight. We mentioned LaMelo. Magic did a great job on him. So yeah, all in all, very happy with the defensive performance of the Magic. One last thing I want to say about this box score. Look at the balance we're seeing here. We got 5 guys with 18 or more points tonight. That's pretty good, especially one being off the bench. That you love to see that. That's a huge recipe for success in this league. You get 4 starters that are hovering around 20 points or more. Obviously, you'd love to see Powell and Franz have a little bit more. But 4 starters around 20 points, and you get a bench scorer having 20 points. More often than not, that's a recipe for a win in the NBA. More often than not. All right, team stats. The Magic win every quarter except for the third. Tale as old as time. Magic in bad third quarters. Although, for the most part, if I remember correctly, last season, they got a little better at third quarters. 2 seasons ago, we were terrible at third quarters. And this season so far, third quarters have not been kind, but the Magic win the first, second, and fourth quarter. That fourth quarter, when they really put the game away, was their best quarter. They held Charlotte to 22 points. Magic with 54 points in the paint, 21 fast break points. That's interesting. Didn't feel like it was that many, but 35 bench points. Again, those 13 turnovers. The Magic, how about this? They get 29 points off of Charlotte's 21 turnovers. So credit the Magic for taking at least some advantage. That number could be higher, but you take some advantage of Charlotte's turnovers. You love to see that. All right, let's go back to the chat here for a little bit, and then in just a moment we will check the scores around the league, check the standings, and call it a night. Again, this is a back-to-back for us too, so we're tired. big night last night with the Postgame Live and the Six-Man Show podcast episode and all that stuff. So, and plus, we got to get rested for tomorrow. Spooky season, Halloween. Come on, let's go. D says the notorious oven mitt. Absolutely. Love to see that. Clinstar says, I'm off the ledge tonight. Welcome. Welcome to being off the ledge like me. All right, I got to skip ahead a little bit here because we are running out of time. Major Everett says, I couldn't watch tonight because of my basketball practice. What did I miss that I can't see from looking at the box score? Great question. First off, the energy from the Magic I thought was just better tonight, which is a little strange because the second night of back-to-back. But I liked the energy more than last night. I know it's a stupid thing. Like, that sounds dumb. Like, oh, we have more energy. I think it was like, I felt like I could notice that. The energy was better. We mentioned Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac had a game-changing sequence in the first half that I really appreciated. That's not going to show up in the box score. Other things that didn't show up in the box score, again, just the team defense was just better. I mean, just miles better tonight than it was last night. Miles better. So, yeah, those are some of the things I'd say. I'd say those are a couple of non-box score things. Pearl Jam says, AB game ball. Hard to argue with that. He was put in a spot, and he took advantage of it, which you appreciate that. Definitely appreciate it. I'm Jovi says, Franz no hitch now, knock on wood. Yeah, his three looks really, really good. Ty Mr. TV says, Bane still worries me. Yeah, you got it. When you're brought in to make threes, you're a career 40% three-point shooter. You tell us at Media Day you're going to be taking 8 to 9 threes or more, and you come out here and go 0 for 2 from 3 again. Not great. A lot of time to bounce back, but so far not so good in that department. Not so good. Killer says, Tristan early 6-man of the year candidate? Probably not, unfortunately. There's a lot of really good 6-men in the league, and a lot of guys who they are 6th men by definition, right? Like, they come off the bench every game, but they play 30, 35 minutes, and they're in the game in crunch time, and they're kind of built for that 6-man award. Could he eventually be in the short list this season? Maybe, but I don't. I'll be really surprised to see him win it. But you never know. We're early. Kevin, fellow Kevin, says, Kevin, are we back? I am of the thinking that we never truly left. Like, we were absent for a week. But in the back of my head, I was like, there's no way this is what this team is. And so I'd like to think we were just on vacation for the last week and not gone. So are we back? It's almost like, to me, like we never left, which I know is dumb. But I was never truly worried. I mean, obviously there were things that were worrying, but I've never been like, oh, we're just cooked. But are we back? I think again, like I've been saying, I feel like this is the runway. Tonight against Charlotte, Saturday against Washington, Tuesday against Atlanta. This is the runway. Get your crap together, figure it out, get some wins, especially because after that, your schedule changes. Your schedule gets a little bit tougher. Not crazy. If I'm remembering correctly, there are a couple difficult games, but the schedule isn't necessarily a gauntlet, especially that those next 2 games are against Boston, which Boston, so far this season, has not been great. I know they got a great win last night against Cleveland. That's huge. But they've not been great so far. I think they started 0-3. They've not been great. So you got them at home. The game next Friday is an NBA Cup game, and so it's a great opportunity to bounce back. All right, I've just got to go to the scores and the standings at this point because we are just running out of time. Really appreciate everybody who's been in the chat so far. Let's go check around the league and see what we're working with here. Magic beat the Hornets. Wow. 123-107. Magic are now 2-4. The Warriors and the Bucks, a 4-point game with 9 minutes left. I'm gonna go turn that on after this. That sounds like a very exciting thing. Someone texted me about Cole Anthony. So let's see what Cole is up to. Someone said he was cooking. He's got ESPN moved points over here. He's got 16 points in 19 minutes. Wow. 7 of 14 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. Shout out Cole. That's pretty cool. Happy for him. Real happy for him. Okay. Thunder, of course, are beating the Wizards, currently up by 15 and growing with 6.5 minutes to go. Again, the Magic will play in Washington on Saturday. And then the Heat and the Spurs, 9-point game in the third quarter. Wow. So we are the only game that has gone final. But tomorrow is interesting because that tips off the NBA Cup. Just looking through some of these games that are interesting. This Sixers-Celtics game, that could be interesting. Sixers still haven't lost. Is anyone from our group isn't playing either. Okay. Interesting. So our entire group is not playing. No, they are in our group. Celtics, Sixers are in our group. Who am I kidding? They are in our group. So yes, that is a doubly interesting game for Magic fans. Tomorrow night, that game is going to be on Prime, so might have to, in the midst of trick-or-treating, keep an eye on that game, That'd be kind of fun. All right, to the standings we go, as we do on every single episode, even when we're only just a few games into the season. The Magic are now 2-4, which take note, the Magic are going to have the most games played, let's see, maybe in the entire Eastern Conference, because let's see, who else from the East plays tonight? The Bucks and the Wizards and the Heat. Let's see. Bucks, this will be their 5th game. Wizards, this will be their 5th game. And the Heat, this will be their 5th game. Yeah, so the Magic, at the end of this night, will be the most played team in the Eastern Conference. 6 games. 6 games in 8 nights, right? That's tough. Or is that 7 nights? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, yeah, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The most played team, all I have to say, as easy as some of these games have been, the schedule has not been kind. Like, you've played 5 games in 7 nights. It's tough. But here the Magic are. They're 2-4. They're showing some life tonight, and we'll see how we can do on Saturday. Last couple thoughts from the chat here before we get out of here. If you want something read, hit a super chat. I'll see what else we can do before that. Sam says, leave a like for the victory chinchilla. Please, that'd be awesome. Esteban, great point, says 78-4 is still possible. Still possible, which you love to see. Duval says, gotta handle business Saturday. You got to. I mean, just looking at the Thunder Wizards score, like, I know the Thunder are a different level than the Magic right now, but you got to take care of them. Vibrant Star says 41.2 3-point percentage. Sheesh. Yeah. Credit the Magic, man. Credit the Magic. Knock down the threes tonight, which is very, very important for the success of this team, obviously. CalFam, does this give Mosley breathing room? I think so. Again, like I said on today's episode of the show, like, this next week is going to determine everything. Everything. Magic go 3-0. The ship has been righted. We are on our way. If the Magic don't, that's another thing. Marcus Johnson says, do NBA Cup games count for against regular season standings, or is it separate tournament like FA Cup and Premier League? Great question, Marcus. Thank you for that super chat. Very generous of you. They do. So NBA Cup games actually double as NBA regular season standings games, which is very interesting. Very different from FA Cup. The only exception being the final. So the final, like the championship, quote unquote, of the NBA Cup in December in Las Vegas is a separate, quote unquote, 83rd game, because NBA teams play 82 games in a season. That is outside of the 82. That is the 83rd game. And so that's a very good question, Marcus. Thank you for that super chat, Marcus. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I think that's a great way to wrap this show up, boys and girls. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Oh, such relief. Such relief that the Magic got the win. Boy, did we need this one. We really, really needed this one. Magic back in action Saturday, taking on the Washington Wizards. Another game you got to have. You got to beat the Wizards. But I think, like you, I'm breathing a sigh of relief. Is this the one that turns it around? We'll see. We'll see you again on Saturday. But until then, of course, let's go Magic.